Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where I'll be talking about King of Wrath. Now, there was one thing in this book that stuck out to me that definitely wasn't a main part of the story, but I was just intrigued. And that would be the scene when the two main characters were having a midnight snack. And their snacks were so strange. They were really quite weird food combinations. So I thought that today I could try those food combinations whilst talking about the book. As you can see, the foods that I have on this table right now are quite strange when they're all together. But we have soy sauce, Pringles, chocolate pudding, pickles, and vanilla ice cream. Those are all the ingredients that I have to make my little food combinations today. So I guess the first one I have to try though is the ice cream because it's gonna melt otherwise if I leave it too long. But getting right into King of Wrath. This was my first Ana Huang book and you might know her from the Twisted series. That was like a really popular series that she's done, which I've never read. This was my first book of hers that I've actually read and I really enjoyed it. It was really good. And not just for the weird food combinations, but this is actually the first book in a series. It is going to be a 7-book series because it's going to be based off the 7 deadly sins. So obviously the first one is King of Wrath, then there's King of Pride, which I've also read and really enjoyed, and then there's also going to be King of Greed, which is coming out this November, which I'm really excited about because I've really been enjoying this series. So this is a romance series, and the first book's two main characters are Vivian and Dante. And this food combination is actually Dante's one. It is ice cream and soy sauce. Now I've only done a little bit of ice cream in the bowl there because what if it's not good and I don't want to waste the ice cream because that would be a tragedy. But I don't know how much soy sauce to put in. I'm a little concerned, but I mean, this is one that I actually have heard about quite a bit. Like, I think it's a pregnancy craving of some people. And I guess it wouldn't be terrible because salty sweet. I mean, here we go. A little nervous. How much should I put on? That's, oh, I'm a bit scared. I did a lot. I did a whole lot. Okay, here we go, I guess. But Dante is old money rich. He is very rich, a billionaire, definitely, which is another thing about the series, that they're all following really rich people, and I love that. I love rich people, and it's set in New York City, which is a bonus in my books because I love any book set in New York. But anyway, let's try this. I'm a little concerned. At first it tasted terrible, but then I guess the aftertaste isn't bad. I think I put too much soy sauce, definitely. It's kind of caramelly, but I don't really enjoy that. Let me just have some plain ice cream. That is not delicious. Wait a minute. No. What was he thinking? That is not very nice. In this book in particular, we have an arranged marriage, a little forced marriage here because of blackmail, which is very intriguing, and I love to see how that played out. And it was like so interesting trying to wait to see when the whole blackmail thing was revealed to Vivian because she was not aware. And Vivian is like still really rich. She's like probably a millionaire. I don't know if she's a billionaire, but she's like new money, and her family is trying to establish themselves in with the high society in New York. Obviously they are really rich, so they still get invited and everything to all the events. That's another thing. Vivian's an event planner, which is super fun. Love to see the whole event planning side. So the blackmail is involved in them getting together. Vivian doesn't know about it, Dante does, and he kind of wants to destroy Vivian's family, and she's unaware. But later, obviously, since it's a romance book, they fall in love, which is exactly what we want. But this is not delicious, and I did actually think this one would be the most likely to be delicious because it was like a big thing in the book where later Vivian gets a gift for Dante and it is cufflinks that are shaped as like ice cream with, I don't know if the cufflink had soy sauce on the ice cream, because how would you get that unless it was custom made? I don't know, she probably does have the money to do it though. But that was bad. But aside from the forced marriage trope, some of the other tropes in there include Grumpy Sunshine, which I know is one that lots of people really like. And in this was really good. Like, obviously Dante's gonna be angry because he's been blackmailed, and that would really affect a relationship, obviously. So I was like really interested to see how they would actually end up together. And they did, which is great. Pickles, oh, big whiff, okay. I love pickles, but I don't know how it's gonna be like with chocolate pudding and Pringles. This is the next weird food combination, which is Vivian's food combination. I haven't had Pringles in so long. I love Pringles, but I can't even open it. Golly me. Okay. I've also never tried this chocolate pudding before. It's like Coles brand, just chocolate pudding. It looks good and it smells like chocolate. What's not to love? I really enjoyed this. I think I ended up giving it like a 4.5 stars. Let me just check that actually. But I did end up liking King of Wrath better than King of Pride. I read them both last month and really enjoyed them, and cannot wait for King of Greed. Literally so excited. And these books, I guess you can read them out of order because they're all following different couples, but then I guess you'll get spoiled on previous couples. I mean, we all know they're gonna get together. It's a romance book, so. Okay. Wait, this was a 4 stars and King of Pride was a 3 stars for me. Which, does that make sense? Oh yes. That was the thing that I didn't like as much about King of Pride was Kai, the main character in that one. He's like a CEO kind of thing. I don't know, but it was like all too business talk for me in that one. And I got a little bit bored with the business side of things. That's why in this one, like I enjoyed seeing Vivian's work because event planning sounds fun. More fun than like finance bro Wall Street Kai. Not that he was on Wall Street, I don't know what he does. I honestly didn't really pay attention to Kai's work. Maybe it was like a tech business. He was trying to do an app deal or something which sounded a lot like TikTok. So I ended up liking King of Wrath a lot more. I'm interested to see what King of Greed is like because obviously we have met the characters that are going to be in King of Greed in King of Wrath, which is going to, I can't remember their names now, Dominic and Alessandra, I think it is. Dominic is like really involved in work. They're already married and I guess we're gonna see something to do with them. Don't really know, but if that's gonna be super businessy once again, I don't know how I'm gonna cope with it because no. Getting a pickle now. Woohoo pickles. I'm concerned. I'm just gonna cut off a little bit because I don't wanna waste the pickle. But this book had great writing. I really enjoyed the romance. Since I had never read an Ana Huang book before, I didn't know what to expect. And obviously she's really popular. And also another thing, apparently you've met Dante, I don't know about Vivian, but in the Twisted series, which obviously since I've never read it, I don't know for sure. But how interesting, because they're all interconnected, which is so fun. I love that, because then if you really like a couple, then they're always gonna show up in another book, which is great. Okay, here I go. I'm just going to like dip the Pringle in the pudding and put the pickle on top, I guess. How much pudding do I need? What if the pudding to Pringle ratio isn't good enough? Do I need 2 Pringles? Maybe I'll do 2 Pringles so there's an extra crunch. I don't know, but okay. Pudding on the Pringle with the pickle on top. I'm a little concerned. Okay. It's not terrible, which is so weird. I feel like I couldn't really taste the chocolate pudding. Maybe I need to put more pudding on, but the textures, that's strange. I'm gonna try another one, but definitely better than Dante's, which is another thing that I would like to say. Since they're really rich and they actually have like a personal chef, would the chef not always have food in the fridge or whatever if they wanted a snack? Why? I mean, I guess it's just food from their childhood. Some childhood if this is what they're eating, my gosh. But I'll try the Pringle pickle chocolate pudding again. Maybe I'll do 1 Pringle and see how it goes. I'm gonna do a full dip in there. Chuck a pickle on. I don't know how to feel. It's so strange. Like I don't think I would ever do it again. Who comes up with this stuff? Who as a child would go to their fridge, get out the pickles in a chocolate pudding and put it together with Pringles. It's just the weirdest thing. And it's not terrible, which is even weirder. Now, if I didn't say before, this book is a dual POV, so we do get chapters from the point of view of Vivian, you can see, and from the point of view of Dante, which is so fun. I love a dual POV, especially like in a romance, because then you can really see what each other is thinking of the other person, which I love. Also, another thing that I've noticed recently, I don't know if this has been like a common thing forever, but in a few of the books that I've read recently, playlists at the beginning of the book, which I think is so much fun. I don't usually like to listen to music while I read a book because I end up like just singing along to the song instead of actually paying attention to what I'm reading. So it doesn't work for me. But I do like to listen to the playlist after and then think about the characters and the book and the plot lines and go like, yeah, this is amazing. I love this. I'm going to show you the playlist now if you want to see it. I don't know if you can fully see that, but how much fun. Obviously, Taylor Swift is on there. Who wouldn't put Taylor Swift on any sort of playlist? Taylor Swift has to be on a playlist for it to be good. There you go. Also another thing, Dante is Italian. So he like speaks Italian, and I can't remember if he has an Italian accent, but that's really all you need to know, which is just, there you go. There you go. Overall, this book is really good. I loved the setting, New York, once again, amazing. But there's this club that is mentioned in both the books, which is the Valhalla Club. I think that's how you say it, but it's like some elite club. Ooh, I hate when that happens. Which Kai, who is the main character in King of Pride, he and Dante, I believe their families have like started the club or founded it somehow. So we get to see all the insides of the club, the cool library, the fancy rooms. It's just, I love it. I love it, and I want to go there. Would definitely recommend reading this book. Probably not recommend trying the weird food combinations, especially the soy sauce and ice cream. It's not very nice. You know, the pudding pickle Pringle wasn't terrible, but I wouldn't eat it again, and I don't recommend you try it either. Again, cannot wait to finish this series. I think I'm going to love the rest of them. I can't wait for all 7 to be out so that I can read them all and rank them all, because so far, out of the 2 that I've read, this one's my favorite, but we'll see how it goes once we have 7. I'm so excited. But that's the end of the video. Those are my thoughts on King of Wrath and my thoughts on the food. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and comment down below what you think you would think of the food combinations, or if you would be willing to try them. Also, if you like this kind of video more where I talk about one specific book in general, let me know as well, because then maybe I will start doing more of them after I read specific books. I think that would be super fun. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to also hit that notification bell so you don't miss new videos from me. I post every Saturday and you don't want to miss it. But that is it for now. I will see you next week. Goodbye.